verbally, and I'll start my speech in 3, 2, and 1. Here's the thing. On our side, we don't even know what the other side case really is, and we're sure that the other side don't even know what their case is, right? So what has they been proving in this entire debate? We will make that very clear later on. First of all, this is a debate on which side can actually solve and think of a better solution to take action on this specific terrorist groups. And the flaws of the opposition side is that they never rebutted to any of our main arguments. For example, in the first speech, we talked about how this is the one and only chance that we can actually take action on this terrorist group. And we haven't seen any rebuttals or any kind of engagement with that specific argument. And they keep talking about the impacts, but they never did any specific consideration, or they never actually proved their impacts. So a few things that our side wanted to make clear. First of all, the other side can't continue saying that this innocent person's life is as precious as any other lives on this planet. What they fail to consider is that, number one, the majority of people. On our side, we protect the majority of people. We are willing to let one innocent person away for the rest of others. And we take on this only chance. We save time, less investigations, and everyone's happy, because if we don't take this chance, then this means we have to utilize more time to track down this terrorist group, and this will take months, or even years, and many years forward. We want to talk about the second thing is on the responsibility of leadership. Because we believe as leaders and as the government, they have a duty to protect. Leaders have a responsibility to protect their citizens and take necessary actions to ensure their safety. And second of all, they have to make difficult decisions. Leaders must sometimes make difficult decisions, even if they involve tragic consequences. Because we believe that even though this innocent person's lives is away, we at least save thousands of others' lives. So we don't think this is a very big problem to consider. And as leaders, they have to have a duty to protect, and they have to make difficult decisions. So instead, what the other side should be proving to us is that, number one, how do it benefit society if the drone doesn't shoot? How is their alternative even better than ours? Because they provide to us an alternative is that instead we can use intelligence and we can use tracking to this terrorist group. And the clashes, I'll explain how their alternative will never work. And finally, how is that alternative even better than ours? So what has our side proved, and why is it effective? Our side has proved to you three main winning arguments. First of all, we say that if this drone shoots, we protect the majority of people. This means that even though this terrorist group, we have spent so many hours, so many times to actually track down, and then finally this is our only chance to shoot them. So finally we can take down this terrorist group, and let's remind that this is that we're not only killing the specific leader, but we're killing and we are damaging and we're disrupting the location of that terrorist group, meaning that we nearly killed this entire terrorist group as a whole, and the leader is just one of the people that will be killed. And secondly, better deterrence, because this will in turn send a message to everyone, and there will be more trust within the public. And this is the only chance, because intelligence at this position may not be available again. And losing this opportunity could allow the terrorists to invade, capture, or to continue their operation. So finally come to the clashes. First of all, on short-term and long-term impacts. Which side can actually achieve long-term? What does our side prove for the long-term? Our long-term impact here is that we're able to save thousands of lives by just one simple action, the drone shoots. On the other side, they said to us a couple of things. First of all, they said to us about the ethical consideration and about the human rights violation. What exactly is the human rights violation they're talking about? And what exactly is the ethical on their side of the house? Because from what we believe here, they would rather save one person and miss on that only opportunity. And the only thing that will erode the public trust is the government unable to take actions when they actually have the chance. More people will be worried because the terrorist is still alive, and more people living in that specific region will be worried too. Secondly is on the effectiveness, because on our side, we prioritize time sensitivity and irreplaceable intelligence. On their side, they have an alternative solution. And the alternative solution is that, like, they say that there will be less trouble solution, they'll be tracking and using intelligence. But first of all, on our side, on the time perspective, we save time. We save time because we're able to kill that terrorist group with just one simple action. But even though on their side they say to us that this will only temporarily disrupt. Even if this is actually true, we believe that this is still better because at least we take action than not doing anything. Let's take a scenario is that what if this terrorist group is up to something and letting the drone doesn't shoot, will let them move on with their operation, and the other side has to spend even more time to do more investigation and track down, which is a lot of work and requires a lot of people, requires a lot of technology. And on our side, we don't need any of that because we're able to just kill the terrorist group right away. And if there's still some more, then we can better track them easier when there's less people on our side of the house. And also on the point about the effectiveness, because the effectiveness of targeted killing versus the value of human rights and civilian protection. We believe that letting this one person die away will not be a problem, and we are willing to accept this trade-off because we will be better to save thousands of lives. This principle states that if a good action has foreseeable bad effects, it is actually good if the intention is to achieve the good effect, because in this scenario, the intention here is to stop the terrorist leader from evading or from continuing with their operation. And the civilian death is an unintended consequence, which means that the intention here is a good intention, and killing this one person will not affect any of the people surrounding them because at least we save thousands of lives. As the other side, they haven't proven to us how on their side they can protect more people. Instead, it will only make matters worse because they let the terrorist group continue with their operation. Very proud to propose.